Welcome to London Heathrow by Aerosoft. One of the first things you're probably going to notice when you're watching this video is that this is an incredible add-on. It's a lot of detail and a lot of cool stuff on the ground, but it's a real frame rate killer if you don't have a top-end machine. If you can live with that, then this is a fantastic piece of software, but if you can't afford to lose the frames, then it might not be right for you. What you're seeing here with the software running and fraps running, probably around 7 frames per second. I was getting around 12 without fraps running, and that's pretty bad. Now, if you wanted to get this software, this add-on, and still maintain a decent frame rate, you could lower your traffic settings and you could lower your detail settings and things like that. You know, you could tweak all those different settings and get the frame rates back up where they should be. But in my opinion, that kind of defeats the purpose of this add-on. Having all the traffic moving around and having all the detail is really why you buy an add-on like this. So you really kind of need a pretty powerful machine for this add-on. And like I said before, if you can live with the slower frame rates and you just want a really cool looking airport, then cool, this will be great for you. But if you're looking at what I'm seeing on the screen now and you're saying, well, that's just not acceptable, then maybe you need to concentrate on smaller airports. Now, just by their nature, bigger airports like this are going to slow your system down because there's just a lot going on. It's not a fault of the software, and it's not Aerosoft's fault. It's just the nature of the beast. This much detail demands a lot of processor. Okay, I'm just going to shut up here for a minute, and I'll be back later. I'll just let you enjoy some of the scenery right now. Here's a little exercise you might want to try one day if you want to try to sharpen your skills. As you can see here, I'm doing a high angle turnabout a point. If you can see out the right window, there's a tree sort of right in the center of the window there, and I'm keeping that tree right in the center of the window, doing a very high bank angle turn. Now, that sounds pretty easy actually, but try to do it and maintain speed and altitude without any change in either one, and see how difficult it can be. So I was just doing that. I was burning some time waiting for this Qatar Airbus 380 to take off, and it looks like he's about ready to take off right now. I'm going to pass him, but I'm sure he'll pass me up in a few seconds. Alright, the last little thing I want to share with you guys is my personal rating of this add-on. I'm going to have to do this two different ways. If you have a high-end system and you can handle this kind of airport of this size with this level of detail, then this is a 5 out of 5 rating add-on. The level of detail is fantastic. It's really cool looking. You know, they've done a great job with this thing. So 5 out of 5 if you got a real hot system. If you got an older, slower system, or a system like mine, and you don't want to see 11, 12 frames per second, then you're going to have some usability issues, and that's going to knock the rating down a bit. So I'd have to go with maybe about a 3 out of 5. It's still a great piece of software, great add-on, but if it's going to impact your experience, then it's probably not the right piece of software for you, unless you're willing to turn down the detail settings and turn down the traffic settings and get your frame rates back up again. And like I said earlier, to me that kind of defeats the purpose of the add-on. So 5 out of 5 if you got the hot system, 3 or 4 out of 5 if you got an older, slower system. It's definitely usable on either system, but if you're real picky about keeping your frame rates up around 30 or so, and you have an older system, then this is not the add-on for you probably. You want to stick with some of the smaller airports. So there you go. That's it for me. I'll shut up, and as soon as we get out of this night scene here, I'm going to go on to the stills, and you can see a bunch of stills from around the airport. Thanks a lot. See you guys.